I think it's around La Cienega, between La Cienega and Crescent Heights.
That's a check. This is just like right off of 18th Street and La Cienega. It's just...
We don't tow guns.
You don't tow guns, you just got... Come on, don't reach for anything.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm just...
don't do it. Relax.
This is my first time in the park.
Well, I could tell by the way that you drove. You suck at driving.
An 11-year-old behind the wheel of a stolen car, 2 younger children beside him, and a crash that could have killed someone. This isn't fiction. This happened in broad daylight in Ohio, and it was all captured on police body cam. It's a Tuesday afternoon in a quiet Ohio neighborhood, the kind of place where people know their neighbors, where kids ride bikes after school, where nothing really happens. A police cruiser rolls through on routine patrol. The officer inside is running plates, checking vehicles, doing what officers do on slow days. Then the radio crackles. A stolen vehicle alert, white sedan, last seen heading eastbound. The officer spots it 2 blocks away. He follows, doesn't engage yet, just tracks the car from a distance, waiting for backup. The vehicle is moving slowly, almost too slowly, like the driver doesn't know what they're doing. Because they don't. The car drifts across the center line, overcorrects, speeds up suddenly, then slows down again. It's erratic, unpredictable. The officer radios in, says the driver might be impaired. He has no idea what's actually happening inside that car. The chase doesn't last long. The white sedan picks up speed, makes a sharp turn, and loses control. It jumps the curb, barrels across a front lawn, and slams directly into the side of a men's recovery home. A building where people are actively living, trying to rebuild their lives, 1 room away from where the car hit. The impact is violent. Metal crumples, glass shatters. The car comes to a stop halfway through the exterior wall. For a moment, everything is silent. Then the doors fly open. 3 figures bolt from the vehicle, small figures, running in different directions. The officer pulls up, exits his cruiser, and starts yelling commands. Stop! Police! Get on the ground! One of the figures stumbles, falls, gets back up, and keeps running. The officer chases. Another unit arrives. They corner 2 of them near a fence. The third is found hiding behind a dumpster. And that's when everything changes, because the suspects aren't adults. They're not even teenagers. They're children. The body cam footage shows the exact moment the officers realize what they're dealing with. One officer kneels down next to the smallest one. The kid is breathing hard, dirt on his face. He looks terrified now. How old are you? 8. The officer pauses, looks up at his partner. You can hear it in his voice when he speaks again. 8 years old? The second child is 11, the one who was driving. The third is 12. There's this moment on the body cam where nobody says anything. The officers just stand there. One of them takes off his hat, rubs his face, puts it back on. You can hear someone in the background say, "What the hell?" Because what do you even do with that? The 11-year-old is calm. Too calm. He's not crying, not resisting, just sitting on the curb, hands behind his back like he's done this before. An officer asks him, "Where did you learn to drive?" The kid shrugs. "YouTube." The officer blinks. "What?" "We watched videos on YouTube about how to steal cars." And there it is. Not a joyriding mistake, not a dare gone wrong. A deliberate act, planned, researched, executed by children who are supposed to be in school. The officer doesn't respond right away. What do you even say to that? Another officer walks over to the vehicle, checks the ignition. It's been tampered with, not expertly, but enough. Enough for an 11-year-old to figure it out. Because someone showed him how. Let's sit with that for a second. When a child learns something dangerous online, who is responsible? The platform that hosted the video? The creator who made it? The algorithm that recommended it? The parent who didn't know what their child was watching? Or the child who made a choice? There's no easy answer, but here's what we know. These kids didn't stumble into this knowledge by accident. They sought it out. They found it. They practiced it. And then they used it. And the tools that enabled that? They're in every home, on every device, accessible 24 hours a day. Back at the scene, the officers are trying to piece together what happened. The car was stolen from a driveway 3 miles away. Owner left the keys inside while running back into the house, gone less than 2 minutes. The kids saw the opportunity, took it. They drove through residential streets, ran a stop sign, nearly hit a pedestrian, and eventually lost control and crashed into a building where people were inside. No one was hurt. This time. But the recovery home residents heard the crash, felt the building shake, came outside to find a car embedded in their wall and 3 children being arrested. One resident later told reporters, "I thought it was an explosion. I thought we were under attack." He was 6 feet from where the car hit. The body cam footage continues. The kids are separated, each one questioned individually. Their answers are disturbingly similar. "We just wanted to see if we could do it. We were bored. We didn't think we'd get caught." There's no remorse in their voices, no understanding of what could have happened. The 8-year-old asks if he's going to jail. The officer says no, says he's too young for jail, but there will be consequences. The kid nods, doesn't seem scared anymore. Just empty. Here's what happens next. The children are released to their parents. All 3 families were contacted. All 3 showed up. The kids are processed through juvenile court, charges filed, theft, reckless endangerment, destruction of property. But they're minors, so the system handles them differently. Counseling, community service, probation. And then what? They go home, back to the same devices, the same access, the same lack of oversight, because nothing about their environment has fundamentally changed. The recovery home had to be evacuated for repairs. Insurance will cover most of it, but the residents had to relocate, had to disrupt their recovery process, had to relive trauma they were trying to heal from. All because 3 kids wanted to try something they saw online. There's a conversation happening right now about content moderation, about age restrictions, about parental controls. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Those tools only work if someone uses them, and most people don't. Because we trust that platforms will protect our kids, that algorithms won't show them dangerous content, that they're smart enough not to try. But an 8-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 12-year-old just proved that trust is misplaced. They didn't hack anything, didn't bypass security, didn't do anything sophisticated. They just searched, watched, learned, and almost killed someone. The body cam ends with the officers loading the kids into separate vehicles. One officer stands by his cruiser for a moment, just staring at the damage, at the car halfway through the building. He shakes his head, gets in, drives away. And somewhere, right now, another child is watching a video they shouldn't be watching, learning something they shouldn't be learning, planning something that could end the same way, or worse. This time, no one died. This time.